want, what do you think their reaction would be? Would we greet them as liberators? Would we say, thank you for destroying all of our infrastructure and our bridges and our hospitals and our schools and making us have to flee and have no homes? Thank you so much. You're heroes. But the American people who don't give two shits about the people of the Middle East, because they're not real to us. And don't tell me you do. If you will support people who will go and massacre people on lies and think that's an acceptable choice in a president, you are an enabler to that. And the only reason that you can rationalize that craziness in your mind is because you actually don't think those people count. The fact that Hillary Clinton could give the Bush administration permission to commit a war crime in Iraq, repeat the same thing in Libya, want the same thing in Syria, destabilize all of Honduras, backing warlords in that illegal coup. You know how many people died because of those actions? You know how much suffering, how many children were massacred, how many refugees that she was... No, it's not all her. Certainly not all her. There's plenty of blame to go along with these pseudo-liberal Democrats who are now just as horrendous as the neoconservative war hawks in their policy. But you could never, ever in a million years, if Hillary Clinton or any Democrat or any politician on the left or right would stand with policies that massacred our people, would you vote for them for the presidency of the United States as a lesser of two evils? Would you? No, you wouldn't. You would be calling for them to be tried for war crimes and prosecuted, right? You would. But because the people over there don't count, and they can't count. They can't count. Because if you can rationalize supporting somebody who is responsible for unnecessary murder all over the world, but you're okay with it because it didn't happen here, but you wouldn't be okay with it if it did happen here, there's the problem right there. And I've talked about this again and again and again. Until people get over their insanity, and it is insanity, it is a huge cognitive dissonance, it is totally illogical. If people will accept through Democrats, which they claim to oppose through Republicans, you're never, ever going to get anywhere. You have to oppose the corruption, the insanity of this whole murderous system. I am floored by the hypocrisy. This is not about Democrat, Republican, Hillary Clinton, or Donald Trump. The Democrats just make it more palatable for you to accept status quo that is absolutely not acceptable. That is where we are lost, and that is where we need to do our work. We play politics like sports teams. It's not real to us. It's not real to us. And this entitlement that we think it's okay for our government to go murder people if we feel that they might threaten us even someday. Because we're so entitled to our comfort and our superiority as Americans. Well, I don't want to feel frightened, even though that fright is manufactured on lies so that you will go along with atrocities and murder that is unnecessary, destabilizes the world, and equates basically to massacres in our name on a constant basis. It is time for the American people to look in the mirror on this issue. Because it is, you know what? I said this in my last video, and I'm going to say it again and again.